In the realm of Nirn, the voice, the thum, is more than speech. It is an ancient form of magic used by dragons. Its power is devastating and resembles the singing dews found in Nordic mythology, specifically in the Kalevala, a saga from Finnish folklore. Since I'm in the mood and excited about the release of Oblivion, I decided to bring you a lore video about the Elder Scrolls games. The original idea was to make a video about Oblivion, but I had some issues. Anyway, I hope you enjoy another analysis exploring the similarities between games, literature, and history. In Skyrim, the way of the voice is sacred. The Greybeards, monks with the appearance of Celtic druids who live atop High Hrothag, teach that the spoken word carries primordial power. According to Nord belief, humanity's breath itself was a divine gift. Kini, or Kinareth, goddess of the sky, storms, winds, and sea, was responsible for creating mankind, breathing life into a race considered inferior by the other gods and primordial beings, such as dragons. But even with life, humans were weak and become victims of the dragons, ancient, immortal, and powerful beings who follow the tyrant Alduin as their leader. The dragons communicated through a magical and complex language that uses shouts, the tum, not just as a form of expression, but also as a weapon. In the world of the Elder Scrolls, dragons possess the same mythical power attributed to them in many other ancient stories. They are both feared and revered.
Dov Walan Farel, we were made to dominate. The will to power is in our blood. You feel it in yourself, do you not? I can be trusted. I know this, but they do not. Only Khan Niov Dovar. It is always wise to mistrust a Dovar. I have overcome my nature only through meditation and long study of the way of the voice. No day goes by where I am not tempted to return to my inborn nature. Zimkrifhorvut se suyech. What is better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort?
Feeling superior, the dragons began a long war against the races of men. The goddess Kine, the mother of man, took pity on the mortal beings and asked the dragon Parthenax, Alduin's younger brother, to betray the dragons and teach humans the power of the Tum. Only with this gift could they hope to defeat Alduin's tyranny. In short, mankind managed to overcome Alduin not only through the use of shouts, but also with the help of an Elder Scroll, a kind of ancient parchment, a tool that holds fragments of creation, the past, and even times yet to come. The Dragonborn hero is someone who can speak in shouts, and in the world of Skyrim, we take on the role of one of these Dragonborns, born in a time when such knowledge seemed all but lost. The voice can knock down foes, calm beasts, or even summon storms. It is speech as magic, much like the spoken spells and songs of ancient myth. A fact: our Dragonborn meets Parthenax, and his presence evokes both awe and wisdom. Parthenax speaks in the language of men, but still mixes in dragon terms, a result of his long isolation from his kind, as he restrained himself from speaking only in shouts.
Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self.
Dragon shouts are a form of verbal magic with mystical, even divine origins. strikingly similar to the singing duos found in the Kalevala. But what exactly is the Kalevala? Games like The Elder Scrolls are deeply connected to the fantastical universes and a wide range of mythologies. For example, Tolkien's influences on Oblivion is quite clear, and I could even make a video about that, going beyond the usual references people tend to mention. The influence of Norse mythology on Skyrim is also obvious, whether through the architecture, the cities, or the people known as the Nords. But what's rarely discussed is Skyrim's connection to the Finnish mythology. Much of what we know from Finnish myths is found in the Kalevala, Finland's national epic, a collection of mythic poems compiled by the philologist Elias Lönnrot in the 19th century from traditional Finnish folklore and oral poetry. It tells the stories of legendary hero Vainamoinen, a wise bard whose song shapes reality. This poetic epic profoundly influenced modern fantasy literature, including one of the most iconic works of the genre, Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings. Gandalf, for instance, resembles Vainamoinen, an old and wise figure among many. Tolkien had a deep admiration for the Kalevala, which significantly influenced his own mythology and writing style. Captivated by the power of this ancient poetry, Tolkien studied Finnish to engage directly with its original verses. He drew inspiration from the heroic stories of the Kalevala, most notably the tale of Kullervo, a figure marked by fate and tragedy, who directly influenced Tolkien's own tragic hero, Túrin Turambar, featured in the Silmarillion and the Children of Húrin. In 1955, writing to a friend, Tolkien says that the beginning of the Legendarium was an attempt to reorganize some of the Kalevala, especially the tale of Kullervo, the hapless, into a form of my own. The central hero of Kalevala is Vainamoinen, a wise old bard whose poetic magic is unique. Vainamoinen's voice is said to carry an almost cosmic authority. He is called an eternal bard, a powerful seer who knows the secrets of creation. In one famous tale, the proud and young Jotunheinen challenges Vainamoinen to a singing duel. Art thou ancient Vainamoinen, famous sorcerer and minstrel? Let us then begin our singing. Let us sing our ancient legends. Let us chant our gamery wisdom, that the one may hear the other, that the one may judge the other in a war of wizard sayings. The two sorcerers do not draw swords, they exchange songs. Jotunheinen sings arrogant verses, but Vainamoinen responds with ancient wisdom. He sings of primeval truths, of how the world was formed and these worlds begin to alter reality. The earth shakes and lakes ripple as the old sages' songs gain power. With a final verse, Vainamoinen sings his opponent into the swamp. Overwhelmed by the ancient magic of verse, Jotunheinen sinks helplessly into the earth, defeated not by sword, but by the power of poetry. Vainamoinen sings his enemies into surrender, something strikingly similar to the use of the tune, a kind of magical poetry where powerful words can disarm foes or even kill them. Of course, the old bard commits no crimes. His purpose is to sing of joy, love, and the prosperity of what would become the land of Finland. In the myths of the Kalevala, wise words can become weapons or perform sacred wonders. These poems are rooted in the rune-singing tradition, a shamanic art where incantation could heal, harm, or shape events. In Finnish lore, a shaman sage might sing a liotsu, a spell, to bind a wound or curse a disease. Just as Vainamoinen's deep knowledge of the world's creation made his songs irresistibly potent, the Dragonborn's understanding of the dragon tongue grants authority over the elements. In Skyrim, the Dragonborn learns words that shape reality, and the more words of power the player discovers, the stronger the Dragonborn becomes. Another detail: In Finnish tradition, the act of singing was a sacred exchange, much like the greybeards, who meditate for decades to attune themselves to the voice. In many ways, we can compare Vainamoinen to Parthenax. Both are ancient, both use their voice to sing wonders into the world, and both teach that such power must be wielded with wisdom and restraint. The voice can conjure hope or havoc. It is the breath of life and the roar of battle, the hymn of creation and the shout of destruction. Both Skyrim's world and Kalevala shows that whoever masters that powerful voice can destroy things or remake the world anew. Skyrim's Nordic landscapes and legendary tales may have clear roots in Norse mythology, yet beneath this familiarity flows a lesser-known current of Finnish poetic magic, the Kalevala. The voice of the dragons and the Dragonborn, capable of shouting enemies into submission or clearing the skies, closely mirrors the singing spells of Vainamoinen. In both these worlds, voice transcends mere communication. It becomes creation and destruction, wisdom and war. So, as you journey through Skyrim, remember that every shout carries the same ancient power that once echoed across Finnish bowlands, reminding us that grave myths are reimagined not only in literature, as Tolkien did with the Middle-earth, but also in other forms of art, as the Elder Scrolls games reveals. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more video game lore videos. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see ya!